What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey. This your other host, Chris. And my bad, I stole your spotlight, didn't I?
You good?
Go
You
ahead,
good? You
bro. Go
good?
ahead, say your name, dog. Go ahead, say your name, dog.
I'm your boy Chris.
There you go. See, it's teamwork, man. Teamwork. And listen, I mean, this is what we're gonna talk about today on today's episode. Teamwork. Some might have viewed it as the lack thereof, right? But we just cut right on into it. We're gonna talk about the NBA Finals, purely about the NBA Finals. Well, maybe a couple of predictions, but that'll be later on in the show. So, you about ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So look, Mavs. I got brother. Let me just say this. Let me get this off my chest. June of 2023, ladies and gentlemen. I made a prediction that the Mavs were going to win the NBA championship. And then after that, I made three more predictions that the Mavs were going to win the NBA championship. Like I put money down, right? So some of my predictions were a little emotionally based, but I genuinely did feel like there was a world where they could win a championship. You definitely hit me with a like you were a lot more hesitant than I was, but I mean they didn't win though, but they did get close. Too bad this ain't horseshoes. Um, What's your take on the Mavs for next season? Because Kyrie did struggle. So, do you feel like a is he a good enough number two option at this point in time, or should we consider him a third option?
No slander, but Kyrie is still a number two option, no matter what.
Okay, okay.
Uh, if it was anybody but Boston, I think he would have a better finals. But going into the TD Garden, that is a hostile environment to play at.
Yeah, but let's be clear too. Now, I love Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes from good stock, ladies and gentlemen. He comes from good stock, right? And well, I can't give you no excuses now. I mean, we've called him a clutch player, a superstar. We do say superstars or stars get you one. And last time I checked, Luca is considered a star as well on the Mavs. And the Mavs only won one game. So for me, I don't put Kyrie as a top 10 player because that's what I define as an NBA star. But Kyrie as a third option does not sound bad either. That's
I mean, it's
rather
not.
that's
It's not.
rather
It's
elite.
not. It's not.
So I think for at this point in time in Kyrie's career, I would entertain him being a third option with the right group. Now, I can't sit here and say I got the roster for you, but mm, let's say Paul George was somehow able to go to the Mavs. I would be okay with Kyrie being a third option there. I would. He's relatively efficient. And then let's think about Paul George with this Mavs team going up against the Celtics. The Mavs really needed a third option. So even if you do have Kyrie as your first or second, PG is a very good third option. So I mean, if they can get someone of that caliber, that'd be solid. Or even if they had an OG Ananobi, that would be interesting. But I think would you run it back?
With this team,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
Okay.
yes,
Now,
absolutely, yes.
what tweaks would you make, if any?
The only thing that I will tweak is give a number three option because your four and your five is set. If you can get a four to come off the bench and play with Lively,
Hmm.
you with set in stone will be good for next year.
Let me ask you this: if the Mavs were able to get Denny Avita, would that be worthwhile for them? Because at one point in time, when he was before he got drafted,
Hmm
people were saying that Denny Avita was going to be the next Luka Doncic. Now that hasn't necessarily panned out, but he's been on the Wizards, like unfortunately. So there is a little bit of a downside, and he has improved. I will say, would someone like Denny Avita be beneficial for you?
I want to say, mm, mm,
Because he's a skilled player with
I
some
mean,
height. That's
he's
why.
a skilled player, but when you go to go to the Mavs or to like any team, you will have that one dominant ball handler.
Hmm.
I don't think he would fit. I
Mm.
don't think he would fit Dallas because he is another ball handler, and you have a whole lot of ball handlers on the team.
He's also a shooter too, though. Like he can be a spot shooter, extra rebounder. People try to talk about his defense. I don't want to slander nor give too much credit. Um, but I mean, I think he can move them puppies a respectable amount. I can't say where I want to assess him at, where I want to rank him as a defender. I think that'd be somebody worth investing in. If there is one person they could get though, it's not going to happen. But Laurie Markkinen would be a wonderful option right now. I'll tell you, him, Luca, and Kyrie. If they can keep Gafford and Lively, oh my God, what?
You know what? I would do any I would do one girl better at DeAndre Hunter.
I mean, he's available. I'd be curious how
Think
he does
about it.
as a third option. Is he going to be similar to PJ Washington? I think that's the question.
He will be a more athletic PJ Washington.
Mm, I don't know about that one. We may have to investigate on that one. That's tough. More athletic than PJ. I'm not trying to act like PJ bouncy like that, but I feel like they're similar. I wouldn't. I not enough. It's not enough of a like
Okay,
it's and
okay.
DeAndre. Like he
The
cool
main
though.
reason why I say a DeAndre because he would give me a, a DeAndre Infinity Smith type of vibes because he's 6'7". He can go to threes, fours, and the fives.
Okay.
He can play good enough defense, and he can spot up and shoot a three.
Okay. Okay. I mean, like I said, I wonder if he would outplay PJ Washington because that's what PJ is supposed to be doing essentially. But DeAndre is a solid option too. I do wonder if they would go after OGs, like someone like OG, but we'll see what happens. So it's the beginning of off season. So, but what we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus. The quarter just or the buzzer just went off. So, we're gonna take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills, come right back, talk about some more hoops, NBA final style. But we'll be right back after a moment from our sponsors.
The I'm Perfectly Made Foundation believes that routine screenings can save lives and that access to these services should not be a barrier. Our mission is to promote eye health education, free eye exams, free eye screenings, and free glasses to our communities with the focus of highlighting early detection. The I'm Perfectly Made Foundation also gives individuals with low vision and blindness the opportunities to be a part of certain community events regardless of visual impairments.
My fault, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get situated right here. You know what I mean? Because this segment, we got to talk about and have my boy sit right here, nice and purty, because the Celtics, led by one of these boys right here, uh, Jason Tatum, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Brown, my guy, you know what I'm saying? Finals MVP. Like they had a really good run. They've had a really good career thus far. Drew Holiday, he's had a Hall of Fame career. I think we can say that. Drew, what's his name? Derek White. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, tip of the cap to you, buddy. You have been hustling. KP champion, right? Like you actually made this Celtics team look unguardable at times. So they have a wonderful squad. Did the bench do enough to make you say they good to go, or do you still have some trepidations around the bench?
Definitely the bench, but
You still have
KP,
questions around the
yeah,
bench? Okay,
yeah,
okay, my fault.
I
Okay, I just wanted to
definitely,
make sure.
yeah, I definitely still have a little bit more questions about the bench because your six man was going to be Derek White, but once Joe moved him to the starting lineup, I was questioning. Okay, they got one of the best starting fives in the game. Can their bench or 2 to 3 players off their bench can give the starters some a breathing room when it go into the second quarter or into the third quarter. Not gonna lie, like they have moments. I still don't trust them.
Okay, okay. Um, that kind of irritated me. I ain't gonna hold you. P Rabbit, you know what I'm saying? Peyton Pritchard. Them little half court shots, though, them things was annoying. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like their bench seems fine when the starting unit is good to go. Like they got confidence because of their starting five. I have question marks on when they hit a comparable team. What would they look like? Now you could talk about, all right, are they going to have a comparable team, Trey? Like, because again, they're starting five. You got two top 10 players. I said it, two top 10 players, right? Two, at least two all defensive players in Derek White and Drew Holiday. That's at the guard position. And then KP, who's 7'3", who can actually shoot the ball from three
And
pretty
can block
solidly.
and can
That's,
blocks.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's hard. Like how many teams actually match up with that? We can talk about the Nuggets. People want to argue about the Bucks, mm. The Lakers on paper, right? Like, but then again, because you talk about the Nuggets, um, there aren't that many teams. Maybe the Knicks, if they get OG back. Like there's very few teams. So I would question. I question them, but I think they're good to go. I think they're sufficient enough. They can hit enough shots. They can hit open shots, and they prove to me they hustle enough, especially on the defensive end. And their starting unit is top quality. Now, once Al Horford leaves, there will be a void to fill. So I'm questioning someone like Tillman can fill that void.
I don't see it.
You know what I'm saying. And then Walsh, young boy off the bench, he ain't getting no PT yet. Notice how I say yet. So I'm factoring him in. They develop well. I saw enough out of the Celtics to think, damn, this could be an interesting little time in basketball.
Let me ask you this.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so if Uncle Al call it a career, but corner the immediate reports he will be back for his 18th year.
Hmm.
But if he does call it a career, how you who's a player or a good veteran big man that you could see on Boston? I give you one name and one name only, Kevin Love. Here's why. Of one of the best pick and pop and big men in the game. He can throw you like a actual like outlet pass, and he can still rebound for his age. Now it's going to give you the the defensive problems like Uncle Al did, absolutely not. But if you want like a plug-in type of big man, Kevin Love is a name that they should be looking at.
I don't have a name off the top of my head right now, but I'll say I don't think Kevin Love works because Al Horford's main thing was the defensive effort that he can provide. Yes, they both can shoot the three ball. I think Al's versatility on the defensive end is what helped him. Plus, he's a little taller than K Love, a little more athletic. I wouldn't go K Love. I would try to find someone like that, which again they do have Tillman out there already. Or let's say Jordan Walsh performs well. Okay, you can use him because again he's about 6'7", 6'8". So I can use him, and Al Horford's about 6'9", 6'10". JT's about that height. I got versatile forwards across the board. So I'd like to explore that option, build from within, which they've done. So I would entertain that. But again, I can't say that definitively without looking at Wall. So, but I mean, I do like the idea of bringing in another power forward to potentially replace Al Horford. I just need to know that Tillman's not the guy. That's it. Which again, he seems like he might be able to. So, but again, shout out to the Boston Celtics. Unfortunately, for getting number 18. Now they two ahead of us, the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all say. I don't count the bubble. But quarter just ended. You know what I'm saying? We luckily got to pay some bills. I'm glad we ain't got to talk about them boys no more. But ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we will have some more basketball to talk about. So again, I'm happy Jason Tatum and is representing Duke pretty well. But as a Laker fan, not really feeling it. Not really feeling it. Actually, hold on, really quick before we go. I've been saying Jalen Brown is like Kobe and Jason Tatum is like T Mac. Do you agree or no?
Jalen Brown and Kobe, I can see it. Tatum to T Mac, I don't see it.
Okay. All right. That's we'll explore that another time, another day. But like I said, when we come back, we'll talk about some more hoops. So hope y'all enjoy. Hooping is an activity that can be enjoyed by all. It's a team game about getting and stopping buckets. Everyone's always rushing to the gold. Well, make sure to rush and watch Team Gold Rush, one of the best teams in the Special Olympics of Virginia. Team Gold Rush even has former NBA All-Star participants on the team. Clearly, they've struck gold. Ready to suit up and practice? I know. We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Practice still makes perfect. So when the opponent starts hitting their shots, Team Gold Rush can bounce back due to their training. Remember, offense sells tickets and defense wins championships. Watch us get a bucket and rush for the gold. We aim to be that gold standard. So want a team where you can win and have fun? Team Gold Rush is your number one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We got to talk about a few things. Olympics, basketball. Now, because the finals has occurred, I think last time when we talked about the Olympics, it was a hypothetical, right? Like, what if JT wins? Can we leave him out of the starting lineup? Well, Jason Tatum won. So can we leave him out of the starting lineup now? I was talking with somebody. I was talking with one of my boys, Brandon, actually, and he said Steph Curry, definitive starter. After that, pulse up. Yeah, and I was like, that's tough. I think Joel Embiid, definitive starter, and then Jason Tatum, NBA champion, almost Finals MVP. Does that should he be a definitive starter for you?
If they didn't get KD, I would say Tatum definitely would be a starter.
So who's going to be your starting?
5.
Yeah.
Curry, Ant-Man,
Mm-hmm.
KD,
Mm-hmm.
Braun,
Mm-hmm.
Joel. I'm only saying Joel because he's still on the team. If he was not still on
Yeah.
the team,
Yeah.
I would have went with Bam.
You would have gone Bam. Okay.
I would went with Bam. Now
Over AD.
Oh, absolutely. Way over
Okay,
OD.
okay. So I go. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. My listing is the same. Only thing is, I gotta give young boys some credit. So I gotta have JT start. Steph's there, Ant Man's there, Embiid's there,
Thank you.
is Kevin Durant's there.
Bron is out.
I gotta put Braun on the bench respectfully, but again,
Okay.
again,
Okay.
Steph Curry won the championship 2022. Jason Tatum just won the championship. Embiid, MVP last year, plus the biggest guy we got on the team, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you. Then Ant Man. Well, we need some perimeter defense. And last time I checked, everybody was talking about how Braun's old. And then that leaves my small forward position. And if you're talking about I need playmaking, well, I got a point guard already who spaces the floor out. And I got Embiid as my interior presence. And I got a bunch of folks out there who can defend JT, Ant Man. So I'm gonna add KD, who gives me some more defense, rebounding,
And,
playmaking,
and
and
scoring.
scoring efficiently. By the way, now people might say, "Oh, I'm wild or I'm hating because I got Braun on the bench." Let me make sure I clarify this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm not hating at all. I actually don't mind Braun with Bam on the bench, and then I got Hallie as well. So, and then I got Drew too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you do.
So I could utilize that and be okay because it's not like Drew can't score, not like Hallie can't shoot the three ball,
And Book.
and you got Book. So for me, I like the versatility of my starting unit. And I understand people are going to say, well, Braun has to start. Okay, cool. But again, Kevin Durant
Should
went
Bron,
further.
I said, should Bron truthfully start? To me, I would say yes, but I 1000 agree with you. I don't think he should start, but if we're going off of like fan favorite stuff like that,
He will off politics.
yeah, he will start.
But again, if we're talking about recency, who should start, there are strong cases for the other fellas as well too. KD's is arguably the shakiest. But when we think about it too though, all right, yeah, but he got swept by the Wolves. Fair. Braun also got swept by Jokic last year, which KD won it like lost in 6. Braun has yet to win 2 games against Jokic in the playoffs.
We only got
So
one. We only got one.
if we're talking about recency, I have a case for why Braun would not start. But I also hear why he starts too. It's just how in the world do you take off Jason Tatum? Because I mean, to his point, what they gonna say now? Like, what are they gonna say now? How do you leave Buddy off the list? I don't know. That's tough.
And I'm going to tell you why. Like, unless Kerr is going to do some magical shit. If I was him, just put Braun on the bench or put Katie on the bench. You got to get Tatum in somehow, some way in that damn lineup. Either way, shape, or form.
Now,
Like,
is there because I think I said this at one point in time too. I would entertain Curry, Tatum, KD, Braun, and Embiid because that's a very versatile lineup.
and that's not a
JT at
bad lineup either.
JT at the 2, KD at the 3, Braun at the 4, Embiid at the 5. You got the politics aspect there. Ant Man is still young and early. I'm just thinking from a perimeter defense standpoint.
You got to have Ant-Man
I wanted Ant there because I think he's a better perimeter defender.
than
But
Tatum.
yeah. But at the same time, JT can defend too, though.
Mhm.
So, but it's tough because let's say Ant Man proves to be the better defender, then should he start? Because he might end up closing the game if he's the better defender. So,
Now, if we talk about closing, Steph, then I say if if you talk about closer, then I would do Steph, Book, Tatum, Bron, and KD.
No Embiid is crazy. That's
You,
your biggest player on the team who can also score pretty well from everywhere across the field. If I got to
that
end it, if I
means
got to end the team, it's going to be Curry. Ooh, yeah, Curry and I do like Braun's passing. I can't hold you, but Embiid has been able to pass the ball pretty well. And again, you got other players who can score extremely well. So I would end it with Curry and Tatum, KD, and Embiid, but also throw Braun in there if I need to too. But that would be the lineup that I might look to close out with because again, I got skilled scoring across the board, and all them boys can defend too. So I would say that.
would there's a chance if you face against a team like Greece or a team like France?
I don't care the team.
No,
I
no,
no,
I'm
no,
not.
no, I'm just saying I'm answering your question now. I personally don't care the team.
Would you go big? Would
That
you have?
brother
Would
to
you
me,
have
brother to me,
80,
brother to me,
80,
that
and
is that
and
is me
and
going big though. That is me going big.
seriously?
I have Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, and Jason Tatum. I could add LeBron James to the mix or Anthony Davis. Cool. I could. Like if I see that okay, this lineup is getting out rebounded terribly, then fine. But that's tough to see because I don't see too many Jokic's out there. And KD versus Wemby, well, I think Wemby gonna be on the perimeter a little bit more so.
Then you're gonna have Rudy in the paint.
Guarding Embiid, okay. I like Embiid getting that
Oh
rebound.
yeah, of course, of course, of course.
So again, like I'm not I'm not worried about being out rebounded by a team personally, unless we're talking about effort. But we'll have to see about that too. But I mean, the quarter did just end. Yeah, unfortunately, the buzzer just rang because I did want to ask you a question, but we'll save it for another time, another day, ladies and gentlemen. But when we come right back, we got more hoops to talk about, so that's cool. But enjoy our wonderful commercials. Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment, from the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities, to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we just going to get right on into it, right? So again, the NBA Finals did happen. Shout out to them boys, right? Good stock though, Jason Tatum. Let's talk about the stars of the series there. Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Luka Doncic. And I guess we can throw Kyrie Irving in there, but folks might have an asterisk by his name right now. Um, where do they rank for you? Like, do they all rank in the top 10?
Luca,
You don't have to give a specific ranking right now. Just yeah.
3 out of 4, yes.
Okay, all right.
3 out of 4, yes.
I'm assuming Kyrie's the one that didn't make the cut. Okay,
Correct.
cool. So then, with that, not in any specific order, who would be your 10 names? And again, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this is It's a way too early, emotionally based
Top 10.
NBA ranking. So before the season drops, we will make a prediction video stating who our official listing is. But until that time, please bear with us. So, Chris, what was yours?
Okay. Joker. Shea. Luca. Tatum. Brown. Braun. Jalen Brunson. That's 7, so I need 3 more. Ant. KD. No, Steph and KD.
Okay. Interesting. So I'm with you on Jokic, Luca, and this is not again in no order, by the way. Um, that's so tough. You did both of these boys dirty. Embiid, tough.
I know.
Giannis,
I know.
yo, what? That's
Okay, all right. Okay,
disgusting
I
work.
tell you what.
'Cause I'm in the middle of my listing.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
We got Steph, we got KD. Well, no, Tatum. Got to throw Brown. I got to go Shea, AD.
Really?
Yeah. Um, 10 is kind of a revolving door because I mean Braun still gives you the numbers of a top 10 player. Jimmy Butler's there. Ant-Man just played too. Um, I kind of lean with Cameron a little bit, but at the same time I don't, 'cause I do feel like he is there, but at the same time he does have to prove a little bit more if I'm being fair, right? Um, does Wemby make it? Like I don't know, bro. Like there's a couple things. So
Wemby
I
is on the
gotta
fringe. Wemby is on the fringe.
just a little bit, just a
Just a
little
little
bit.
bit.
So I'm curious about it, but um yeah, number 10 for me is kind of interesting. But again, these are emotionally based rankings, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to make sure that's clear. So next time we do talk, we'll have them in order. We'll have them listed. But Brunson, okay, no Giannis, no Embiid. Real quick, why?
Real quick, why? Okay. He bought the as a point guard. When you brought a squad back that has been the laughing stock, been in the dead, been underwater for the past 20 years, and you brought them back to somewhat irrelevant. I gotta give you your props.
I hear that, but again, we're talking about Giannis and Embiid. Like, brother, we did not get them on the listing at all, brother.
Because
Like, and mind you, I also can throw in Kevin Durant too on my listing for top 10. So again, like oof, not having Giannis and Embiid,
because
two former MVPs.
okay, because
I understand the game.
I
changes again.
just don't know what type of Giannis or what's hold up. I'm talking about healthy Giannis and a healthy Embiid.
Embiid, I hear you. Giannis, I don't know, cause that I don't know.
Can him and Dame work out?
Well, I mean, I think they would have beat the Pacers if they were healthy. I get the regular season; they were a little tricky, but I think they would have won against the Pacers in this playoffs. But all right, I mean that's gonna be an interesting one. We definitely gotta get y'all opinion about that one. Do y'all? But ooh, has players like Embiid and Giannis slipped out of the top 10. I mean, maybe folks is right there with you. I gotta take a drink off that one, brother. Daggone. But damn, I'm the buzzer just yeah, the buzzer just went off. Unfortunately, gosh, because that was
Fuck
we
the
got
buzzer.
no, we gotta
No,
we
speak your
got
mind off.
we
Speak
got
your mind on it.
no, we gotta be consistent. Gotta be consistent. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all all enjoyed the episode. Chris, do you have anything you want to say before we close up shop?
My bad, Joel. But still, when you is healthy, we'll talk. And oh yeah, happy Juneteenth, my good people.
Happy Juneteenth, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Juneteenth.
Anything you want to say before we close up shop?
Well, I mean, I just said what I wanted to say. Happy Juneteenth. But also, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey.
I'm your boy Chris.
We're the host to Get a Bucket. Hope you all having a good one.
Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here,